Hi, I'm Jacob.
Patrick. Charlie.
Remember, the louder we talk, the more important we are. This is Selective Omission.
We're bringing you the cold, hard truth, people. Not what everyone else thinks.
Not a lot of people. Nobody hates me.
Nobody hates me either. As we say, as we do in the world. I don't care what people in America are sensitive to, because they shouldn't be.
Why would we say we lived in Canada? That'd be like insulting ourselves.
Well, welcome to Selective Omission, Episode 3. Doesn't matter what Patrick says. It's Episode 3.
2.
Or 3. Don't confuse me. Don't confuse me, because then I'll start calling it 2, and then I'll just be...
Right? You'll be right?
No, it'll start getting annoying for the audience.
Oh, Charlie has a list.
Yes.
Charlie has brought a list. Let's see what's on Charlie's list.
Well, you know what?
Charlie.
We'll check in on that on Charlie's segment, because today we have a pretty good show. We have of course the news first, and then we're gonna have a Charlie segment in which you have you come up with a title for your segment?
Yes.
What is
title
it?
for my segment is heinous by definition.
Heinous by definition. And what does heinous mean by definition?
I'm not exactly sure. It's for you to find out.
Okay, you're right. Okay, it's been omitted. The meaning has been omitted. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's get to the news. Okay, let's start off since Charlie wasn't here last week, and he never is here. Let's start off with Charlie.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, let's start off with your news story. Or do you not have one?
I don't have a real weekly news story. Although I can say stuff if you want.
What are you talking about? You had one 2 days ago when we did the first recording.
Yeah,
well, I threw away that paper.
We'll just talk about it from what you remember.
Wait, I'm talking about... Okay.
Talk about your news story, Charlie. You know, the one that you prepare for this podcast. Okay, first story, Charlie. Come on.
Okay. I was at this restaurant called Momax. It's actually pretty good.
Dude, what are you doing? Is this a news story or a story? There's a difference.
No. And
yeah,
I was looking up at the TV because there was like golf tournament on, and then I went to a commercial, and I saw a bunch of kids stacking brightly colored plastic cups, and there was timers at the top. It looked slightly interesting, and then it's called Speed Stack, so I decided I'd look it up because it looked pretty stupid, although interesting.
So Speed Stacks, explain what this is.
So I looked it up. It's a game that's been introduced to over 10,000 PE classes in schools of America. It costs $40, and what you do is you pay $40 for a timer, a stack mat, so-called, and 12 plastic cups.
So
and you stack them.
The name of the game is the stack cups, and whoever can do it fastest wins.
Exactly.
Wait, what schools are actually like supporting this? Is this the actual PE class?
Apparently.
And speaking of dumb schools, move on to my story.
Right, yeah, that was completely useless. Thank you, Charlie, once again, for that great story.
Well,
Microsoft this week has finished building their school. Bill Gates designed a school for Philadelphia. It's called the Smart School. They use smart boards instead of chalkboards, and their learning process is based on Microsoft management techniques. So we can only imagine that their learning process encompasses something like you get the smart kid to do your work for you, and then you take it from them.
That's strange because that's my learning process as well. Well, I guess so, whatever.
Yeah, except you're on the wrong end of that learning process.
Yeah. By the way, I don't like pretzels. I see Charlie here eating pretzels once again, not paying attention to the podcast.
I don't like pretzels either, Charlie.
And now he's offering them to us in some kind of peace offering for his lousy news story.
Smoke 'em peace pretzel.
But back to Patrick. So Microsoft has a school.
$63 million school that
do they
Microsoft did not.
Do they build computers there, or what is the?
No, they're almost 200 students enrolled right now. They're hoping to get it up in the 700s.
Okay, so my news story was actually from yesterday. It's actually pretty recent. Happened on Wednesday. Apple announced iTunes 7. More than that, and I see Charlie making a face because I know that there's an Apple bias around here, around Selective Omission. But they introduced iTunes 7, which is really cool. It has like this album scroll thing. I was going through it last night. Pretty cool features. And they're also releasing, or they are announcing, a new system called iTV, which is basically where you can take the movies you have on your iTunes computer or your Macintosh or your PC, and you can watch them on your real TV using this wireless system. So, I mean, I know that not a lot of people here like Apple at Selective Omission. I know that Patrick's not really a bandwagon jumper, right? Do you guys join bandwagons? I know Patrick, he doesn't like Apple just because they're too expensive, or why don't you like Apple?
Well, partly because they're too expensive. I can't afford their computers. Also, just because if everyone had Apple, I might, if like, it was the other way around, like, you couldn't email something from your Windows PC because everyone had Apple, then I'd probably switch to Apple. But because right now everyone has Windows, it's the other way around. And if I got an Apple, I'd have to have a Windows 2 anyway.
Why would you need a Windows computer?
Well, Jacob, you have a Windows computer.
Well, yeah, it's because I'm cheap.
But you have an Apple computer also.
Yeah, okay, interject.
Okay, I really don't... Well, I guess there's a slight point to the whole iTV thing, but when you hook up the modem, or the whatever...
No, it's wireless. It's a wireless, it goes on a router.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
There's not
when you hook it up to a monitor, there's a cord, and most new TVs, you can hook up the computer using the same cord to your TV.
Oh, I got you. But
use that as a monitor.
But there's a difference, because you want your computer to be in your computer room, and then your TV's in your den or your living room, and the two really don't mix. And plus, this has like an HDMI out and everything. I mean,
I predict that in the future, TVs and computers will become integrated.
Well, I predict you're wrong. I predict you're wrong. I don't know why computers would ever... No, computers and TV are not going to have sex and have a child. Maybe a TV computer. TV computer. Dude,
well, that's a creative name for it.
No, they already have TV computers.
Vision comp.
It's like TiVo. Do you consider TiVo a computer? No, but it theoretically is.
Have you guys heard of
whatever.
YouTube?
We're getting too complicated here.
Okay,
YouTube.
Charlie, what about next story, your story?
Oh. Apparently there are these cows going insane in Switzerland. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry, Charlie.
Okay,
you don't have another
just
story.
Skip me.
We'll skip you.
Skip me.
Skip you for today, and that will earn you 2 beatings. That'll earn you 2 beatings after the show. We'll keep track. We'll keep track. Right now you have 2. Next show we'll keep on. It'll be like a tally mark. Every new beating you get.
Here at Selective Omission, we are legalists.
Yeah, legalists of China.
We'll go
ahead and define legalism on our website, but I don't feel like defining it now.
Okay, so Patrick, back to you.
It's hot out here.
Well, Charlie, you just gonna complain today? Is that?
Sorry.
Don't make me start a cage match here. By the way, in case you're wondering, a cage match is where me and Charlie yell at each other, right? Or me and Patrick. It's pretty much a yelling spree.
It's a confrontation.
And it really relates back to the louder we talk, the more important we are, which is true.
It'll be very, very interesting when we first have one because we're doing this outside, where everyone can see us.
Oh
so
no!
When you guys start yelling at each other,
I'll yell. We're on the verge of a cage match, Charlie.
I really don't feel very competitive right now.
Dude, Charlie, you're competitive. Okay, Patrick's story.
Okay, my story that Charlie took in Switzerland, in Geneva, like the Geneva Convention. There are some cows getting a little aggressive, apparently. There's not many details as revealed as to what these cows have been doing to people, but it's on a website, swisshiking.ch. You can find information about hiking in Switzerland, and on the website it gives you some tips for to avoid these aggressive calves and cows. It says, do not touch the animals, never caress a calf on the site. And I'm not sure, probably the site wasn't in English and had to be translated, so maybe it came out funny. But I don't know, caress seems like an odd word choice
No,
there.
those Europeans, they they caress things and just more